Okay.
So, do we want to go to Donald Trump?
Yes, we do.
One. Okay, here he is. Let's see if he's happy about it.
We won the evangelicals. We won with young. We won with old. We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Okay, there's so many great things in that little clip. First of all, of course, the greatest line is, "I love the poorly educated."
Oh.
And of course, a lot of people are mocking this as a sign that all of Donald Trump's supporters are just a bunch of uneducated idiots. As opposed to what? A highly educated idiot? You know, the ones who went to college, got into debt to get a job to pay off that debt? Is that the kind of educated person you're talking about? Or are you talking about the quote-unquote educated people, as I talk about in my new book, Success Without School, Think Outside the Classroom, which is now available, by the way? You know, are you talking about the poorly educated people like, oh, I don't know, Michael Faraday? Here's a quote from my book. No, don't be fooled by the self-congratulatory graduation ceremonies and celebrations. Because who was celebrating Michael Faraday when, as a poor student, he dropped out of school only to later pioneer the field of electromagnetism that is being studied in class today? Or how about Charles Darwin, who, condemned by his father for being a failure in school, dropped out and went on a voyage that would later inspire his theory of evolution, which is now standard required learning in educational systems throughout the world? You see, that's the fallacy that these dopes are making, and really all the dopes who are using the, oh, he's done well among the uneducated. You assume that to be uneducated means to be unintelligent. But of course, nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, as this shirt says, intelligence does not equal regurgitation. Links below. Just because you went to college, memorized a bunch of stuff out of a textbook that some genius from 200 years ago came up with, doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. As I explain in the introduction chapter of my new book, 10 ultra-wealthy people who skipped or dropped out of school, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, I can go through the list here. Razaka Koya, over $1 billion worth. Just countless people. It's all in my book. Just because you're quote-unquote formally educated does not necessarily mean you're intelligent. And that's really kind of the disgusting irony in all this. And that's really one of the big reasons I wrote my new book, Success Without School, Think Outside the Classroom. Because of this intellectual authoritarianism pushed out by college and school systems. This idea that if you don't go through their system and jump through their hoops, that somehow you're not intelligent. When throughout history, some of history's greatest geniuses were either poor students or dropouts. From Albert Einstein to Faraday and on and on and on we could go. So really, to say that a lot of Trump supporters are uneducated does not necessitate that they are unintelligent. And it really points to the fucking intellectual childishness of idiots like these two guys who think that's some kind of point against the intellectualism of a person, that they're uneducated. In fact, more often than not, people who think you have to go to college to be smart are actually some of the dumbest people. You have to be dumb enough to fall for this fucking scam right here. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who goes to college is an idiot. Don't get me wrong. The point is that it's about correlation and causation. Do you need college in order to be intelligent? No. Could you be intelligent and still go to college? Yes. But the point is, who is the one pushing the shaming tactics? It's the mainstream school system saying that if you don't go through their system, you're stupid. You're a quote-unquote dropout. Shaming fear tactics to guilt people into joining their system. If you're an intelligent person and you go to college, I don't care. That's fine. Go for it. The point is, you don't have to go through that system to be intelligent. And more often than not nowadays, if you're in college, it could be an indicator you're a fucking idiot. So anyways, guys, that's a brief little rant. My new book, Success Without School, Think Outside the Classroom. If you'd like to listen to a free preview of the introduction chapter, just click the link below to take you to the free preview. It's available now. You can get it in ebook version. You can get the ebook and the audiobook or you can get the ebook and the audiobook and 10 hours of new podcast. Your choice, the link is below.